the best thing yet is that Bailu and Lo Yunshi's chemistry is on fire. Chemistry of our leads are unmatched. Hi everyone, this is Drama Blur, also known as Drama Rambler. I have caught up with all released episodes of the Chinese xianxia drama till the end of the moon. So I'm up to episode 18, and since no new episodes won't be released until Monday, I can finally sit down and revel in my thoughts. So this will be like a first impression, my first ramble of the drama itself. And guys, it has not disappointed at all. I have been kept engaged since the beginning and I'm totally hooked. It is running through my mind constantly. Since this was also a part of my top 5 anticipated costume dramas for my other video, I figured I'd jump on to share my thoughts as well. But before I go on to ramble more, here's a quick summary for those of you who may have not watched it yet. So basically, in an era when demons have taken over cultivators and mortals, the cultivator elders believed it to be important to send someone back 500 years to discover the origin of the demon lord who is taking over and prevent his resurrection. So our female lead, Li Su, played by Bai Lu, is chosen to do this mission where she will accept it and go back to take place of the mortal Ye Shi Wu, who is the second daughter of the General Ye at that time, and she wakes up in the body of Ye Shi Wu to realize that she is married to our male lead, Tan Taijin, played by Lo Yunxi, who at the time is the captive prince and will become the future demon lord. Although she realizes the fate of them at the time, she is still determined to destroy him, aware that in the future he will come back to massacre many amongst her own as well. But as witness to Tan Taijin's past life and rise to power, an unexpected tale emerges, one complicating her quest. And it does get complicated, y'all. As someone who's read bits of the novel, the drama has not been a major letdown from novel adaptation. I have not read all of it. I've read probably the first 25 chapters or so and then skipped some because I wanted to leave some surprise for myself, and I think it's going well because I am still so enthralled. I will have to admit though that it's been watered down, the drama plot, but with censorship issues, I understand there's not much that anyone can really do, so I'll just take it for what it is. But regardless, the major plot points have not been missed, which I was quite surprised about, because novel to drama adaptations can always be quite bloody. They have tweaked some things, such as taking out certain characters and changing a few plot points around, but it still bears the essence of the novel. And yes, if you've heard, the novel is way much darker. I literally had to take some mental breaks while reading because of how morbid and heartbreaking things got. It was that dark, but I still thoroughly enjoyed it because there was just that much intensity going on. Now, the translations I follow are still ongoing, and I'll leave the link down below for those of you who may be interested in it. But whether you read it or not, I think you'll still be able to feel the pain and angst of this story. But for me particularly, I think I'm hooked onto the show because of having some connection with the novel. And I mean, visually, it's so appealing to see what I've been reading come to life and paint this picture that will help elevate these scenes. So you can tell, for the first thing here, is that production has spent lots of money on costumes and working on CGI. I'm not the best when it comes to critiquing CGI, but in here it really is well done. I mean, bad CGI and bad props can turn me down real quick if it gets too cheesy, which is also why I hesitate to watch xianxias. It could be like the best storyline and I still would have to drop if the props are so cheesy. But luckily, nothing too cheesy has come out of this one except for maybe in the dream arc, but they're minimal, so I really could just look over that. And besides CGI, because it's so aesthetically appealing with colorization, I have to commend some costumes as well. All of the costumes are so beautiful, except for maybe a few, but I love the colorization of the scenery amongst the the costumes and just, oh, everything's so gorgeous. But I will have to say some things are still quite questionable. For example, female lead, or just some of the females in general, but mainly female lead, her hair ornaments. She has a lot in her hair, and I understand it's there for decorations, but I swear she could poke someone's eye out. And does it not hurt to wear all of that? I mean, I guess. And I don't usually quite pay attention to these things, but makeup has been also something very prominent with this 4K quality technology we have these days. And it's not helping because close-up shots of Lu Yunxi really lets you see how caked on his makeup is. I just want to scream for his skin to breathe a little, please. It's quite bad sometimes. So yeah, let's pray for that. But main thing here is whoever drew this man's eyebrows, like Lu Yunxi's eyebrows. I know it doesn't matter, but to me it's kind of bothering because they're oddly angled or shaped, and I understand that it's probably drawn that way to enhance the look of evil, but then they give him those eyebrows as well when he's playing in the dream arc as Mingye, the impartial Mingye. And he is talking to our female lead very like nicely, calmly, or whatever, or when they're having nice, genuine conversations. Even those eyebrows don't really fit because it's like he's all sweet, but then these eyebrows are all like sharp as if they're gonna cut me. So that was something I just giggled about because I'm like, okay, I can't take this seriously. I'm sorry. That's just me though, personally. And another thing is that the show has also been quite fast paced, which I am happy with. But the beginning had to have probably been a bit weaker in terms of development. I may contradict myself here from what I stated in the beginning about the novel and adaptation, but I know that with the new 40 episode rule, they may have had to cut and compact as much as possible and focus more on the important things. But even some characters' storyline were oddly written in this drama. For example, second CP, Chen Duling and Deng Wei's storyline. I think they were already married in the novel when Li Susu went back 500 years and woke up as Ye Shiwu. And it was probably more detailed as well about everyone's behavior towards Ye Shiwu and her evil doings. Like the way they were acting towards her and why everything was going as it was. Like they show you in the drama in the beginning, but it's a bit more detailed. And I think them being married helps for us to realize, oh, okay, like why these two are together versus in the drama now, no one really even knows why they got married. Like Chen Duli and Deng Wei's character, and now they're married, and you don't really get the vibe for them or anything. Yeah, the drama doesn't do a good job at highlighting it, which could make some people confused about these secondary characters and their importance so far, especially with each other. I mean, I could care less about them, which I really do, because Chen Duling's character, whoo, she is making my blood boil. But it still helps to build more angst for our leads, like the relationship of our second CP. It's going to help build more angst for our leads that gives us that heartbreak. So I felt like this might be one of the changes that I didn't quite like of the adaptation. But aside from weaker plot points, guys, the best thing yet is that Bailu and Lo Yunxi's chemistry is on fire. Chemistry of our leads are unmatched and has got me wanting more from, you know, their small sweet scenes we've seen them in. I know I should be expecting some angst, but I cannot help but gush over the sweetness that these two have when they are interacting with each other, whether it's, you know, Bailu's character Ye Shiwu trying to be all sweet and flirty, or even just Tan Taijin being very questionable and kind of evil towards Ye Shiwu. Like, oh, the intensity is just that good. And for me, it's just really nice because it's helping to elevate my emotions more, as I can still vividly remember certain parts of the novel that hit and cut deep. Oh, goodness. There's been nothing super steamy except that one scene in the dream arc that our Tan Taijin cannot let go of after exiting the dream arc, guys. But the way that they are portraying these roles and mesh to bring the characters to life is a whole nother level of chemistry. I mean, I really think it helps that both Bailu and Lu Yunxi have been in another drama before, making it easier for them to work together and generate this natural chemistry. Whether it's the heartbreaking moments, sweet scenes, or just hatred towards each other, there's nothing awkward to kind of make you cringe. They have intense type of chemistry that mesh, and you just want to be sitting there enamored and go, please give me more of them, please. So props to Lulu and Lo Yunxi. I mean, luckily we do get a lot of their scenes, so there's nothing much I am going to be ranting about for that. It's just, oh, thank goodness. Lastly, as a creative writer, the biggest thing that I have loved about this drama is the amount of foreshadowing and details that will make full circle of future events. Well, hopefully, if they do it right. The dream arc may have not been a lot of people's favorite, and I must admit I was kind of getting bored myself, but the idea of why they go into the the dream kept me engaged. Dream Arc was the alternate universe of a typical xianxia we do not want to watch, with the annoying villain who I could not stand to listen to, and of course miscommunication of our leads leading to a tragic ending. Very typical, but many good clues and hints were displayed throughout the sequence, which makes me anxious to see this connection of the dream to what happens when they come out of it. And I love when dramas do that because it gives you some insights or very well explanation when you do see it in the future episodes to come. So I'm waiting so eagerly for that because Dream Arc had so many good little details for a lot of other characters as well. Overall, I am so glad the drama is finally out, and I have been enjoying, the most part of it, despite a few tweaks here and there. Overall, I'm still gushing over when is the next episode coming out? It's my new daily dose and has kept me on my toes. It's so engaging that 15 minutes goes by so fast, leaving me to want more. I'm like, wait, 50 minutes is already up? Whoa. I can't miss a minute of it. I'm surprised myself because I haven't felt like this in a while for Dramaland, maybe ever since The Long Ballad or something. And with the momentum of the story, I hope it continues and leaves us with a satisfying ending regardless of the outcome, whether it's sad or happy. I'm hoping it's the latter, but even if it's sad, I'm just if they wrap it up good, I'm down, because this is one I knew I had to prepare tissue boxes for, and I may have already cried a few times for certain things by surprise, but it's that good. Oh, for me personally. And so let's pray that it just keeps that momentum, you guys. I would highly recommend that you check this out for yourself and see if the hype lives up to your anticipation like mine. For now, I'm still on board with it and going to be trudging through to the end. So for those of you though who are catching it, how's it going so far for you? Are you hyped as much as I am, or is there things that you feel have been lacking to keep you motivated and watching it? Let me know in the comments below, because I could ramble on more about this, but I'll kind of just stop here. So alright guys, I think that wraps up my first ramble on the Chinese xianxia till the end of the moon. Thanks for listening, guys. And as always, have fun and stay safe. And let's continue rambling on together, everyone.